Challengers, what is up? What's happening? How are you, my friends? Happy Thursdays. Happy Thursday. What's going on? You know what? Let me go to the screen first. All right. Oh, we got to update this, babies. All right. Oh my God, we're in double digits. Okay, be honest. How many of you are like, no, we are coming to a close. We're double digits, it's day 10. Sad face, right? Me too. I have so much fun with you guys. But I have fun every day with our rank makers if you are looking into that. So welcome to day 10. Let's LETSGO, let's make it happen. I got a couple things for you here today. And I just got to say, I'm really, really proud that I've been able to wait till day 10 to cover this topic on topics because it's just really cool. It means that I've not taught you hardly anything about coming up with topics or titles. I mean, I just haven't talked about it much. And so the fact that I could wait until 10 days in to bring this up is super cool because this will make your life easier. It will. And so super, super cool. All right. Excuse me. I killed myself here. You guys are watching on camera. Ray, are you okay? Heather, what's happening? What's up, Sharon? What's up, Nina, Cynthia, Angela? Yeah. Cherie, Wade in the house, Mon. All right, well, let's do it. Okay. Step 1, make sure you update the tracker, higdongroup.com/14-day tracker. And just, you know, if you're doing the work, take credit for it, post it over there, and make it happen. Now, you know what? I actually didn't update this because I'm lazy. Big lazy lima bean. All right, so today we're going to talk about marriage prospecting, which I talked about a little bit in Rank Makers, but I felt it's necessary in here as well. And topics. Okay, and I'll just re-review. I've covered this. I felt pretty good, but I saw a couple comments about CTA delay. And so we'll talk about that. So we got a few things for you here today, and excite. All right, so just a reminder that contest number 2 is still available. You have until Friday night, 11:59 p.m. Eastern. Google your time zone if you need to. And so contest number 2, you got until 11:59 p.m. Eastern, the last 2 minutes. You can submit it at higdongroup.com/14-day contest. Note, that is different than the tracker link. It's crazy. And we got all these prizes. And there you go. Also, 1 day left to get the discount on our live stream. And especially as we near the end of this 14-day challenge, you may want to continue the journey with me. 2 full days of hardcore training. And, you know, we pretty much do the opposite of what everyone else does. And so there's 2 things that we're doing at this event that no one else, at least that I've seen, has ever done. Or maybe not ever done, but it's just not the normal. One, we don't have 52 speakers that have 7 minutes each. It is mainly me and my wife. We have 1 guest speaker, and we got a couple panels that I think are going to be amazing. And so if you want to watch from home, it is sold out. But if you want to watch from home, you can. higdongroup.com/teal 2019. That stands for Top Earner Academy Live. But 2 full days of me talking about social media, marketing, closing, mindset, just thinking more about branding, about duplication. There's quite a few things that I just can't really cover in here, but 2 full days of hardcore stuff. So there's 2 things we did. 1, we don't have 52 speakers that have 7 minutes each. And 2, we actually limited the seats. So our last event, I think we were close to 1,000 people at the last event, and we said, you know what? We want to go in a different direction. So we only sold 150 tickets. And so keep saying expired. We've had people buying all day long. Let me just check for you, Ed. Let me see if you're accurate. I'm gonna have to like give you a gift or something, but I don't think that's the case. Let's see, higdongroup.com/TEAL 2019. It's available, my friend. Okay, let me just make sure. Click the button. Yeah, you can buy it. Yeah, not expired. So there you go. But thank you for having me check it just to make sure. And so on the page, and by the way, this ends Friday. This is a ridiculous price. It is, I guarantee you, it's the lowest price you've ever seen for a live stream of any event you've ever seen. I'm just letting you know. And so what we do is we throw out a just dumb price for a few days. We expire it, and then the next week we'll raise the price. It'll still be a great price if you miss it, but if you want to get the really silly price, then you can. You got 2 options. You get 10-day access or lifetime access. And so higdongroup.com/teal 2019. Check it out if you would like. If you can't afford it, don't buy it. Shocking, right? Don't worry about it. Oh, you're saying the contest link. Oh, okay. So someone tagged Stacy. Let me just thank you. I didn't understand, Ed. I apologize. Where's my girl? Hey, Stacy, they're saying that the 14-day contest is, that link is expired. Can you get with Nick, please? All right. There we go. Thank you for the clarification. higdongroup.com/14-day contest. So if it's not working right now, it should be working very, very soon today. But keep in mind, you do have until Friday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. Okay? So there you go. If you want the live stream for a ridiculous price, bada bing. If you do not, totally cool. All right? So what else do I want to cover here? Let me just make sure. All right. I'm going to talk about the, so what did I actually call it on this? Let me just look real quick. I just want to, okay. So I wrote, stop going for signups. And rate makers, hey, I know you know what I'm about to teach. Don't be doing that. All right, don't talk about it. First rule of Fight Club. So, stop going for signups. Now that sounds silly, right? Doesn't that sound weird? It just sounds strange. I mean, don't I want you to get more signups? Well, here's what I realize is happening with some people, not all, with some people. So I'm gonna draw up my little stick figures here. So there's you, right? And you got $signs in your eyes, you're hungry, yeah, baby. And you start talking to a prospect. Now, maybe this prospect is someone that reached out to you. Let's say this, this one's a woman. You may or may not be a woman. You're either a short-haired man or short-haired woman, whatever. And so you, with $signs in your eyes, you're like, yeah, baby, let's make this happen. And someone, either you're prospecting them or they are someone that reached out to you, okay? And so the analogy that I used in Rank Makers earlier is, guys in here, yeah, definitely extensions for sure. Guys in here, so if the end goal with, single guys, I should say, so single guys, clearly your mission is to get married, right? Let's just go with that, okay? So you see a pretty woman, you think, I would like to marry that, all right? And so let's just stick with that story, okay? So marriage is over here. So if you see the pretty girl, I would like the pretty girl, I would like to marry her, of course. That's my only mission in life, is to get married. And so do you just go up to someone that doesn't know you and say, hey, you want to get married? Hey, you ready? Ready to get hitched? Let's do this. Are you ready to commit to a life with me? You probably don't. But Ray, you said go for no, man. You said go for no. I'm just going for no, bro. I'm just a go for no, bro, doe. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm being all silly. But is that typical, or is there maybe a sequence? Is there a proven formula? Do I need to draw a thong here, right? And so you're more likely, hey girl, you want a drink? I mean, that approach may not work. Hey girl, no, right? But okay, do you want a drink? Maybe would you like to go on a date? Maybe we can, I don't know, go to a movie. Hey, would you like to meet my family? Hey, let's get married, right? Because that's the end goal of all young gentlemen, right? And so do you just skip and say, you know what? Ray says get to the point. Ray says don't tiptoe through the tulips. So, yo, you want to get married? Probably not. So this, I see, is the problem with some. Because you're going for no. Congrats. Now, if you wander around town, right? Want to get married? Hey, want to get married? Hey, ground floor opportunity here. Oh man, this is so funny. Ground floor opportunity here. Totally legit here. Ground floor. You want to get in on this opportunity right here. Let's get married. You want to get married? You want to get married? You want to get married? Right? And so if you go for enough no's, you might get a yes. You might. And you should run from that yes, right? In this scenario. You should run from this scenario. Like, yeah, let's get married. I don't know you, but I don't care. Like run, right, put on your running, track shoes. But if you go for this, hey, you want to get married? You want to get married? You want to get married. You want to get married. And so if you just go, you want to get married? 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 You may get a yes, but you're probably going to be, 0 for 10,000 or 0 for 100,000 or 0 for a lot. Okay? You probably, if you want a better chance at ending at your end goal, which all young gentlemen is after marriage, of course, you might want to follow a process. So what is that? Why am I sharing this analogy and giving you guys dating advice, right? And well, there's this is the association. Let's get rid of one of her extensions here. She's having a bad hair day. Here's the association. So some of you are saying, hey, you ready to join my business? It's ground floor. It's amazing. It's awesome. You can make extra money. It's incredible. Hey, you want to buy my product, bro? Or lady? Hey, lady, you want to buy my product? It's collagen mixed with CBD in a shampoo that you can rub on your skin, right? It's incredible. It does them all, right? It's got moringa in it. It's got spirulina. It's amazing. It's a toothpaste at the same time. It's got 52 different ingredients in it. It's amazing. And so many of you are going, whether it's a lead or a prospect. So you're reaching out to someone, hey, I see you on social media. Hey, you want to join my business? It's amazing. It's totally awesome. So yes, that technically is going for no. But in this scenario, just like the marriage scenario, you're going to get thousands and thousands of these before you ever get a yes. Why? Just like marriage, they need more information. They need more data. They need to know, well, does he chew with his mouth full? Does he mouth open while he's chewing? Does he leave his sneakers on the table? Does he not take out the trash? Right? I don't know where I'm coming up with this goofy stuff, but you get my point. They need more data, okay? They need, is he a psychopath? Did you just get out of prison? Like they need more information before they get married. If they're worth marrying, they need more information, right? They're NMI, okay? And so, just like remember the marketing buy cycle, hopefully it hasn't been that long, and it's only been a couple days, guys. I mean, we're on day 10 here. So, ready to buy, ready to join, ready to marry, less than 1 to 2%. That's being very generous, okay? Never buy. I will never join. I will never marry, right? 5%. The rest, 93% or whatever, 93%, they need more information. But if you just go for no, hey, you ready to join my deal? Oh, you'll get no's. You'll get lots of no's. Hey, will you buy my product? It's collagen CBD. You just rub it into your head. It's amazing. It's ketones. It's ketones, collagen, CBD. The ultimate mix. It's incredible. And we put it in a wine bottle. You just drink it. It's incredible, right? So they're not ready to join. They're not ready to buy the product because they need more information. You got to buy them a drink, man, which is info. Now, fortunately, my God, if network marketing was as complex as dating, the duplication would be so small. It would just be, you got one person out of 1 million to do something. Wow, that's incredible because it's so complicated, right? And so, but it's not. It's information, it's follow-up, and then it's asking the question. Do you want the product? Do you want to join? But if you're going for no here, you're going to get an unbelievable number of no's versus here. So let me ask you this question. Which do you think, if I go to 100 people, okay, and remember I've talked about position, right? Understanding their position. So we're at position 0 if I just walk up to them on the street. We're at position 1 if they agree to watch a presentation. They're at 2 if they watch the presentation, right? And so if I go to 100 people, whether I know them or not, and I say, hey, I know I don't know you, but you look super amazing and super sharp, and I'm building a business, and this business is ground floor, incredible, amazing, I make money at it, and I totally think you should join it. Are you open to joining? Okay, so if I go to 100 people with that, or I go to 100 people and say, hey, I see that you're in San Francisco. I know we don't know each other, but I'm looking to expand my business out there. And hey, I don't know if you're open to taking a look at what it is that I'm doing. I can send you more information. And if not, no worries. No worries. If I ask 100 people if they're open to information, and I ask 100 people if they're open to joining, where am I going to get more yeses? You see what I'm saying? You're infinitely more likely to get yeses to at least information. I'm not asking for a credit card. Why? Because they're not ready to pay it. They're not ready to join. They're not ready to buy anything. So some of you you're going for no's, which is better than some. Some people just build rapport forever, right? Man, I sent 250 messages today. Holy cow. How many people did you ask if they were open to looking at your information? I'm not there yet. I'm on month 6 with some of them, month 9 with some of them, year 3 with some. I'm just waiting for the right window, bro. I'm just waiting for the right window to ask them. I'm just tiptoeing through the tulips. Got sugar in my shoes. I'm just waiting. I gotta wait for the perfect time. You know what? The new eclipse is coming. So I'm just waiting for the eclipse, and I'm waiting for the lunar cycle. Once it hits 11, now I know. Now I can ask them if they're open to taking a look at my information. No. See, this is the whole problem with, people telling you build rapport forever is, okay, build rapport forever if you're going for the jugular. Isn't it strange that I tell you to get to the point, but my way is actually nicer? It's actually nicer, okay? And so, are you open to looking at information? Not are you open to give me a credit card? See the difference? And so I just want to help you out, whether it's a lead or a prospect. Take them down the funnel. Buy them a drink first. Offer to buy them a drink first. I wouldn't even buy them a drink. I would say, hey, can I buy you a drink? Hey, can I offer you some information? Okay? And so how does this tie into the CTA delay? Because some of you are saying, of course, Warner. Serious? No, only Facebook messages count. Of course. I prospected face-to-face, only 1 million people. I prospected via text 1 million times. I prospected via phone 2 million times. And so, of course, talking to someone, not just Facebook messages, silliness, right? And so, where does the CTA delay come into this? And it cracks me up. I've seen a couple of you say, man, I'm totally cool on the CTA, man. I'm killing it. I'm nailing it. It's the CTA delay that I struggle with. And I'm like, why do they struggle with that? That should be so easy. So, person reaches out to you, hey handsomes. Hey, I saw your Facebook Livesies and it was amazeballs, and I'm wondering, can you send me those 21 tips for being more productive? I'd love it. Okay, CTA delay. Oh, thanks for that. Man, that's so kind of you. You know what? I'm totally game to send you my 21 tips for production when I'm back in front of my computer, but I'm just curious. Have you ever considered, or do you currently have a home-based business to make some extra money from home? No, what's that all about? What's that tease? Well, I run a home-based business, and if you're open, I can send you some more information. Why is that hard? Why? I don't understand how that's hard. How is that hard? Okay? Now, but Ray, how would you do it with a product? Oh my God, that's so difficult, right? So, okay, I got CBD, moringa, ketonic essential oil. So I burn it, right? I just light it up. You know, I got a spoon, I put essential oil on, I got a little lighter, right? So I got a lighter and a spoon, and I got moringa in there, I got CBD oil, I got ketones. So I'm in a ketosis state. At the same time, I'm getting the benefits of moringa and CBD, so I sleep nice, right? And so I'm just burning away. And so, well, hey, send me those 21 tips on production. Oh, cool. Well, hey, I'm just curious. Hey, do you currently have a way to have more energy in your life, and to do you or anyone you know looking to lose some weight or anything like that? I have a product that's actually pretty incredible. It combines every super chemical on planet Earth into a little thing that you burn. I can send you more information if you would like. Okay? Why is that difficult? Hey, you currently taking a quality shampoo? Hey, when I get in front of my computer, I'll send you the information, but are you currently on a quality shampoo? Hey, you get my point? Why is that difficult? What's difficult is if they go, hey, can you send me those 21 production tips? And you say, yes, when I'm in front of my computer, but would you like to marry me? Huh? Want to get married? Huh? You want to join my business that you know nothing about? Send me over your credit card, my lady. That's where it's weird. If she's like, hey bro, hey handsome, please send me the 21 tips. And you say, cool, I will when I'm from my computer, but buy my product in the meantime. That's where it gets weird. You go for information, always. Let me buy you a drink first. Go for information. Go for information. Go for watch my video, listen to my sizzle call. You get it? Hope that helps. All right, we gotta go. We gotta make it happen. What time we got? All right, so I went a little long on that. Is that helpful? Is that helpful? Stop going for the marriage proposal. Stop it. And start going, are you open to more information? Not hard. Stop saying that's hard, okay? All right. Yeah, if you're in essential oils, man, I want to see a video of you with a spoon and a lighter. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. People will be like, I don't want to know about this. This is craziness. Okay, you probably shouldn't do that. I'm just saying. That's probably against compliance and probably not safe. Oh, we get silly times. Silly times. Day 10 of silly times. You got 3 days left, man. Or 4 days. 4 days, sorry. Someone said, why don't you run a 12-day challenge? I'm like, that wouldn't work. Kidding me? All right, so I'm going to give you 11 places to get topics. And again, I'm very proud of you that I've been able to wait until day 10 to do that. And so number one, now I've been teaching this for years. I've been teaching what I'm about to teach you for years. And so many people have snagged my methods and taught them. And so I would be shocked if you haven't heard some of these from somebody else that snagged it from me, which is totally cool. I don't care. But it should really help you. So never, never, never. Let me see here. Hold on. You know what? I'll use this. I'll use this. All right. So number one, this is, by the way, this is where to get topics and where to get titles. Where to get titles. Because remember, your title is definitely important. Don't just say, Ray's thoughts for the day, as if everyone is just sitting on, pins and needles of, ooh, what's Ray thinking today? Don't do that. Even if you have the ability to, even if you're an influencer big hat. So it's not always a smart idea to copy the big hat, because sometimes the big hat is intellectually lazy. Sometimes, Kardashian, here's my breakfast burritos, right? Seth Godin is another one. Seth Godin, marketing genius. Don't copy his titles. They're terrible. It's like recluse. It's like, because he's intellectually lazy as a big hat. He doesn't have to be compelling in his titles because he's got such a huge following. So if you look at his blog titles, you're like, those are terrible. So if Little Hat tried Seth Godin, like what he does, not what he teaches necessarily. He teaches good stuff. But what he does, if you look at the titles, you're like, that's not a great title. If you weren't Seth Godin, I wouldn't buy this book. If you weren't Seth Godin, I wouldn't read this. And for those who don't know Seth Godin, he's a marketing, guru, whatever. He's written like 52 books. And so, one, grocery store magazines. This is one of my favorite. And this, again, I am ruining you from being a consumer. You will no longer be just a consumer anymore. So I want you to, oh yeah, you like this? Operation Underground Railroad. We, one of our TEC members won a video contest, and so we donated money to them. I donate money to them every single month. Operation Underground Railroad. They have an auto ship, believe it or not. But grocery store magazines. So I'm gonna give you a little tip. So I have one. I bought this. I've yet to even open it, but I bought this. There's just no good magazine that doesn't have good headlines. No good magazine. Now that doesn't mean Inside the Shark Tank. That's not a great. That kind of tells what it is. But where great ideas come from, how to deliver a killer pitch, what never to say to a shark, how to turn your idea into life-changing money. Like, you can get ideas of titles, and yes, you can absolutely snap pictures. These things are expensive, man. This was stupidly $14. I hope there's something good in here. $14 for this. I didn't even look at the price. Silly. But the grocery store magazines. Now, the best performing titles are the ones at the actual counter. So Women's World, Prevention Magazine, Oprah, National Enquirer, believe it or not. All of them have the best sales copywriters in the world writing those titles to grab you by the eyeballs. And so I'm telling you, I would highly suggest, and I've been teaching this since probably 2010, probably 9 years I've been teaching this. So never go to the grocery store or even, Barnes & Noble is tough because you want it, there will be magazines. They roll out new magazines all the time, right? There's new magazines all the time. And so you don't know for sure if it's good headlines unless they're at the counter. If they're at the counter, they have earned that spot. They've earned that spot because they are the best-selling magazines. And the only way that they could be best-selling is the headlines. You can't be lazy in magazine writing. You can be lazy, believe it or not, as an author. Seth Godin, great example. Okay, who's the other guy? Malcolm Gladwell. Doesn't necessarily have the greatest headlines or the greatest titles, but they have humongous followings. So don't just copy a big hat blindly. Look at what actually makes what actually creates action. And it's always psychology. Look at the headlines. And so you go, and we do teach this in the Health and Wellness Blueprint pretty in depth, and we take it, screen by screen, whatever. But grocery store magazines, especially when you're at the counter. At the counter, take a look. Now, I will tell you, one time I did homework for y'all, and I did it in the Health and Wellness Blueprint. And so here I am in the grocery store, and I'm snapping pictures of what's the one lady on Modern Family? I've never seen Modern Family, but the one Italian lady, right? So I'm snapping pictures of her. I'm snapping pictures of this other one with a bikini on. I'm snapping, I look like total perv, right? I'm like, the trials I go through for you, right? So I'm snapping all these pictures just to get the headlines, and I'm being judged. So I get judged unfairly, right? And so pay attention to those. Keep in mind, you don't have to have the same, Sophia something, right? And so you don't have to have their same content. Might I snap a picture, right? Or might I say, how to turn your idea into life-changing money? That's a good idea. And might I Google money-making ideas? Doesn't have to be same content. They don't have a trademark on this headline, believe me. Believe me, they don't. And so you can take a headline from anywhere, and that becomes the name of your Facebook Live, and use hashtag 14-day challenge, right? And you can go Google your own content. But you'll notice there are certain words that they use over and over and over. I'm gonna give you one, belly. Belly's a great word. They use it all the time. Bust your, trim that belly fat. Reduce your belly in 3 steps. Blah, 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 right? Good stuff, okay? Number 2, Amazon bestsellers. But specifically, so if I'm in anything, really, I've taught you how to think more like informational and think more benefit driven. But if there is let's say, for example, I'm in something that promotes the ketosis diet, right? Just saying. So if a new book comes out on South Beach diet and it's a bestseller, might I go and not even read the book, but just go to Amazon, find out, bestseller. And by the way, you can click a button on Amazon. You can go to any category in the world and click bestseller, and it will tell you what's the best-selling books. Look at the titles of the chapter. Click the little link. It'll list the chapters for you. It'll tell you what they are. And look for titles. Look for headlines. What problems are they solving? What ideas are they talking about? And so if I'm in a thing that promotes ketosis diet, then I might go and not read it. Who's got all that time? Oh, it's for the birds. But go to Amazon, look at the cover. What's on the front cover? What's on the back cover? And if they don't have good titles, they're probably not a bestseller. So if it's a bestseller, then look at the titles on the front, look at the titles on the back, what's on there, look at the names of the chapters. There is something in there that is making that a bestseller. And so you could literally every damn day, you could go to Google. And some of you were looking for trends. Well, a lot of books drive trends. So you could literally go there and by date range, tell me the best-selling books of any category. And you could look at what's hot right now. My thoughts on the latest Trump book. You might want to avoid that. I don't know. I'm just saying. You may want to avoid being political. So maybe scratch that one. But my thoughts on anything else other than that, right? And so, and by the way, don't assume, this is such a terrible thing. Don't assume that your political thoughts are everyone's political thoughts. And I would not get political if you're in network marketing. And here's the reason why. I know I have a friend who is very strong. In fact, her husband is a major celebrity, and they're majorly on one side of politics. Majorly, they have issues in the team. Because if someone recruits someone that's of a different political affiliation, it gets hairy, right? Why create a problem? So I would just be careful about politics and network marketing. I would just be careful. Just be careful there. Because it's not about just who you recruit, it's about 8 generations away from you, which you can't control. I guarantee you there's someone of a different opinion in your team, no matter how strong you are. All right. And so, go there and, look for it's not Carrie, it's not her. I know her, I've met her at least. But, and so it's, non-political kind of stuff, but what is best selling? Don't bother with the non-best sellers. There's plenty of best sellers. Okay. Plenty of best sellers for you to focus on. So go there. All right. Number 3, and this is where you dive into psychology. And I'm just there is no movie. Like, I am unable to watch a movie without thinking about psychology. Like, anything, man, horror movies, comedies, documentaries, I'm always thinking about, okay, this is what the director thinks humans think. Why do they think that? And I'm always like, it's always a weird process for me to watch a movie. I enjoy watching movies, but I can't not help about psychology. This is the deepest level of psychology that you're going to be able to go. And it will make you, scary. I mean, you'll be scary effective, okay? News groups. So there is no topic on the planet, I don't think, that doesn't have some kind of news group where people post, hey, I'm struggling with this, and people respond. And so it's something that, like, if you go and you look weight loss news groups or weight loss forums or news groups, you are going to see the deepest of the deep. I know sales copywriters. So there are people out there. I mean, heck, we did one. For one of our products, just to kind of give you an idea here, for one of our products, we paid a guy $25,000 to write the sales page. It did, I think, about $3 million. So good investment, right? A lot of these sales copywriters that write headlines and write sales pages, they study the hell out of news groups and forums. And so you'll have someone say, oh, I'm just so frustrated with my diet, and I keep having love handles or whatever. And if you can just take a second and just kind of, don't spend all day in them, because you may become depressed or whatever. But like, if you can just be outside of it and just looking for what are common threads, what really got people ramped up. So if you go to news groups or forums, look for the ones that have the most replies. Don't just study the whole page, but look for, like, I've seen news groups where there's, no joke, 50,000 replies. And that right there is $1 million to the right person. It's $1 million by you just looking and saying, oh, that's how they think. So I'll tell you, one of my buddies, Tim Sales, right? And he's been a trainer for about 85 years. And I heard one of his videos, and he said something that I thought was so good that I'd never heard anyone else say. And he said, there was a time where I made sure to turn the light off. When me and my wife were about to get into bed and go to sleep, I would make sure to turn the light off before I took my shirt off, because I didn't want her to see my stomach. And I mean, I've had, weight up and down, and I've never heard someone say that, but that's such a deep psychological cut that how many people like, yeah, dude, that's me. I heard one, and again, I'm ruined. I'm ruined, and I'm unfortunately ruining you too. But I'm ruining you from just being a consumer. I was listening to a book. With Marianne Williamson, and she talked about how this is a deep one, man. This is a deep one. Some of you are going to be affected by what I'm about to say. I'm not trying to do it, but you're not going to be able to help it. So she talked about how there was a time where she used to sit on, when she was a little girl, she used to sit on her daddy's lap, And at some point, he no longer wanted her to sit on his lap because she got, older, and it's kind of a weird, energy there for some people. And so she thought it had to do with her body, so she started hating her body. Deep psychology. If someone talked about that's deep stuff right there, man. And you can find that if you pay attention to the psychology. And so if you're just wandering around like everybody else, just being a consumer, then, you're just going to consume stuff. But if you're like, okay, what's the psychology behind that? What's the psychology behind, people hating their bodies because they think their bodies caused the separation from their father? That's deep shit, man. That's deep shit. You gotta be careful with that kind of stuff, man. And so, like, me hearing that, I'm like, oh my God, like I don't want to create an issue, with my daughter. So it kind of made me worried, like I'm like, I need to pay attention to that. And so it's something. It's just, this will give you some really deep stuff. Now, two things. One, you can spend forever doing this. You can be like, yeah, 8 hours today. I studied news groups. You still got to take action. You still got to make it happen. You still got to prospect. If you don't have leads coming in, you still got to do a video or do some kind of marketing. And someone asked, hey, could I turn this into a text post? Of course. That's marketing too, by the way. Of course. I mean, I do a lot of text posts, and I write these big long things. And so, just these three, and I got a bunch more that I could go into, but honestly, just these three should give you more ideas than you will ever need. More ideas so you never run out of topics for the rest of your life. If you're struggling with what do I talk about, then either go to the grocery store, either Google or Amazon, search Amazon for some best-selling books, or search whatever you want to talk about, news group, and you will find ideas, I promise you. And not only good ideas, but like great titles, great ideas. And so I hope this was helpful. I realize I didn't, I told you a few days ago that if I don't give you a specific action step, then it's to do a Facebook Live. Guess what? So do a Facebook Live, hashtag 14-day challenge, engage before, intro, question, content, call to action. You now, hopefully, you think that CTA delay is not very difficult. And so hopefully you'll do that, make it happen, and I appreciate you guys. So rock on, day 10. Oh my God, it's almost over. And so I appreciate you guys. And one last time here, you got 1 day left to grab the live stream if you want to get a discount on it. If you like this kind of stuff, I'm telling you, I get nuts at events, and it's 2 days of very intense training, and the majority of it is me. We just go a little bit different path. We don't have 52 speakers with 7 minutes each. We got mainly me, my wife, we got one guest speaker and a couple panels. And so if you want to dive deep with me, grab the live stream. You got 1 day for that just silly bear price. HigdonGroup.com/teal2019. All right, bye guys.